Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Fatima. Today is the first part of my series about adjectives. I'm going to discuss what they are, how to find them in a sentence, types of adjectives, what order to use them in. Yes, there can be many adjectives in a row. ing and ed ending adjectives, and how to tell a verb from an adjective. Get your notebooks ready. This lesson is going to have lots of information. Let's get started. Adjectives are words that describe nouns and pronouns. Remember that nouns are people, places, or things, like teacher, computer, Australia, or the sun. Pronouns are words that stand in for nouns in a sentence, like you, we, it, or she. So how do we find the adjective in a sentence? Well, we can use two strategies. We can look for common adjective endings, or we can look at the sentence structure. Common adjective endings are OUS, like dangerous, FUL, like bashful, IC, like terrific, ISH, like bluish, LESS, like thoughtless, AL, like logical, ABLE, such as capable, SOM, like handsome, and IVE, like active. To find an adjective in a sentence, you can also look for two common structures: an adjective plus the noun it's describing, such as bright smile, or the subject of the sentence plus a linking verb and an adjective, such as the sun is yellow. Is, or the verb be here, is the linking verb. There are many categories of adjectives in English, and sometimes we can use 3 to 4 to describe one noun, although we usually don't use more than that. The category an adjective falls under determines the order in which we use it if there's more than one adjective. For example, we would say one tiny red ball to describe this ball, but we wouldn't say red tiny one ball. It just sounds wrong. Let's learn what the rules are. So here are the adjective categories in the order they are used. I know that there are a lot of categories, so make sure you write them down so that you don't have to remember them each time. So the first category is number, like 1, 3, 1,000. The next category is opinion, such as nice, pretty, funny. The next is size, small, huge, gargantuous. The next category is shape, round, square, long, wide. The next category is condition, such as clean, dirty, or worn. The next category is age, such as new, old, ancient. Then we would use color, such as pink, green, or violet. Then we will use pattern, like striped, dotted, or paisley. Next is origin. Origin means where something came from. So we could use French, local, North American. Those are all origins. After that would be material, like the material something is made from, such as wooden, metal, plastic, etc. Next and last is the purpose. If the item has a purpose and we want to use an adjective to describe that, an example would be writing, like a writing utensil, or golfing, like a club for golfing, or swimming, like swimming trunks. So those are the 10 categories of adjectives and the order that we would use them if there is more than one in a sentence. Let's look at a couple examples. So if I wanted to use these adjectives, orange, plump, friendly, to describe this cat, what order would I put them in using the adjective order that we just went over? Well, orange is a color. It's in the category of color. Plump, you could say plump is a shape. Friendly is an opinion category. So to put them in the right order, we would say the friendly, plump, orange cat. Okay, how about to describe this teapot, we use the words Chinese, floral, round, and blue. So Chinese, that's an origin. Floral is a pattern. Round is a shape. And blue is a color. So if we put them in the correct adjective order, we would say the round, blue, floral, Chinese teapot. Adjectives can also have participles, which are words formed from a verb that have an ing or an ed ending. For example, the presentation was interesting. Interesting here is an adjective. Or I was excited for vacation. Excited here is an adjective. We use an ing ending to describe the effect something has, and an ed ending to describe how the noun is affected. For example, the thunder was frightening. We use an ing ending here because the thunder had the effect of being frightening. Or if you said, I was frightened by the thunder, we will use an ed ending here because the subject, here it's I, was affected by the thunder. I was frightened by the thunder. You will notice that adjectives with ing or ed endings can make things confusing. How do we tell if we are looking at a verb or an adjective? Well, to do this, we use the very test. If you add very before the ing or ed word, does the sentence still make sense? If it does, it's an adjective. For example, I found the movie amusing. Or if we add very before amusing, I found the movie very amusing. This sentence still makes sense. So amusing is an adjective. How about this sentence? She was laughing at the joke. Is laughing a verb or an adjective here? Let's add very. She was very laughing at the joke. No, the sentence doesn't make sense. So that means that laughing is not an adjective here. This concludes the first lesson about adjectives. Next time, I'll discuss comparative adjectives, superlative adjectives, and gradable versus non-gradable adjectives. See you then! Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos about grammar, vocabulary, and more.